Hey everybody, Ninja Mama here. Today I want to do something kind of fun. I found a couple of articles about ninjas and wanted to, especially one of the articles in particular touches on how you can have ninja-like qualities in your everyday life. And these qualities, I think, can be particularly helpful when you're dealing with the narcissist in your life, particularly when you are divorcing a narcissist. So here goes. The first one I'm reading from is from ninjaencyclopedia.com. I'm going to try to put the links down when I can. The kids are with me this weekend. Of course, if you listen to my last few videos, they haven't been with the narc as much. So that means Mom doesn't get a lot of turns on the laptop. So I can't really, it's a little harder for me to do links and stuff when I'm posting videos from my phone. But I'll get them in there. So this is from ninjaencyclopedia.com. The activities of ninjas. Ninjas refers to the group of professional spies who flourished in the pre-modern age in Japan. What kind of activities did ninjas perform? Firstly, as ninjas are spies, ninjas entered into enemy territories in secret, and they ran away with top secrets of their enemies. There were various ways they went about their activities. Primarily, the method centered about not being seen by anyone. For instance, a ninja would creep into a residence where lords of his enemies lived and eavesdropped on confidential conversations of important people. In this case, of course, his targets paid close attention not to leak information. Important information. They tried to keep when and where meetings took place a secret, and even in real gatherings, they took care never to speak loud. However, even in such cases, a ninja had techniques to steal top secrets from their foes. The need to find out important information like dates and locations of important meetings meant that by any means, ninjas did what they had to do. So what would a ninja do to get such information? He would sneak into the castle of his target and stay on an attic or under the floor for many days and eavesdrop on many people. From the information he got, he would judge about the details of the important meeting. In order to carry out such activities, a ninja needed to have a lot of abilities. Firstly, he had to spend many days with only a little food and drink, but they were able to do this because ninjas possess the constitution to survive for a long time without eating and drinking from their training. Secondly, a ninja had to be enormously nimble. It was a failure if a ninja made a sound and was noticed by his enemy. Therefore, to not have this happen, ninjas could move with perfect silent steps. To do this, a ninja needed to be slight because, needless to say, if he was fat, he couldn't enter a narrow space. And if he was lurking on an attic, he might smash the ceiling board under his foot. Accordingly, ninjas would typically weigh under 60 kilograms. Why 60 kilograms? Because it corresponded to almost the same weight of a straw rice bag. It was considered that if a ninja was heavier than a rice bag, it would be hard for a ninja to accomplish his activities. Does this mean ninjas were all very weak? No way. Heavens no. Ninjas usually had a training of lifting a straw rice bag only with his thumb and index finger. Why a straw rice bag? I guess you already know the reason. The weight of a straw rice bag was considered to be that of a ninja. Thanks to the exercise, the fingers of a ninja had great strength. First of all, he needed to climb stone walls of castles with his bare hands. He couldn't bring any tools with him to steal into a mansion of his targets. Therefore, a ninja had to acquire the techniques of what we call free climbing today. That's not all. There was sometimes a need for a ninja to hang onto a beam only in a living room of a castle with his fingers for many hours. Given such activities that a ninja undertook, mighty fingers were very much necessary. Ninjas disguised themselves. Thus far, I have explained how a ninja went about hiding himself. Next, I'm going to introduce how a ninja gathered information in the territory of his enemies by facing people. Of course, if a ninja did this activity in an enemy's land with his natural face, he would soon be arrested. Well then, what did a ninja do? He disguised himself. Now, I've looked at some other articles too that talk about how everybody has this picture in their head of like a ninja is the guy all dressed in black with that mask covering his face, the black mask covering his hair and his face, and just his eyes sticking out. And they said that really that's more or less a caricature of a ninja. They really didn't go around dressed like that, of course, because then everyone would have known that they were ninjas. So this article, here we go, it's going to explain about that. So he disguised himself. When downtown, it would be as a tradesman, an artisan, or a priest. In a farmland, it would be as a farmer. In a castle, it would be as a servant or a bureaucrat. If disguised, he could listen to discussions from people directly linked to the enemy and others who knew them. According to certain ninjutsu, I'm going to murder this, ninjutsu, the disguise techniques of ninjas were classified into 7 patterns: Zen priest, monk, mountain priest, merchant, magician, funny bandsman, or ordinary form like a farmer or a samurai. But it is never easy. If it was noticed by someone that he was a ninja, his activity would be ruined. For that reason, it was necessary for a ninja to obtain a perfect skill of disguise, including a dialect of the territory. A ninja had to possess the manners and knowledge of those persons he was disguised as to make it look natural. To carry out ninja activities, such kinds of special abilities were demanded, and ninjas had to be educated in isolation from the cradle. So that is one article kind of explaining what a ninja was and what they did. Now this next article I have is how to have a ninja personality. And I found this one on wikihow.com. I just need to take a quick sip of water. Okay. How to have a ninja personality. The ninja of feudal Japan had a remarkable range of abilities that went far beyond physical training. They no longer exist in the modern world, but the ninja personality traits and general approach to life are incredibly useful even today. Confidence, control, and self-discipline are just a few of the ninja characteristics that remain relevant and practical in today's world. I find that these qualities are extremely practical when you're in a situation that you have to deal with a narcissist, such as the situation I'm in now. I cannot, by our custody agreement, I can't go no contact with him. I have to have regular contact with him. And he hasn't changed a bit. I mean, he still does all his little games and manipulation tactics. And if you listen to my last 3 videos, I'm having to haul him into court at this point to have a court-ordered drug test because I suspect that he's been, taking the pills again. So, here's the article on the ninja, how to have a ninja personality. Method number 1 is controlling situations. Be a problem solver. The ninja had to be alert at all times and be prepared to solve complicated problems on the spot. They did not believe anything was impossible for them to figure out, and they looked at obstacles as opportunities to learn. Try to approach your daily problems with that same mindset. Along with solving problems, also practice being able to identify exactly when problems occur and what caused them. Number 2, be aware of your surroundings. Whenever you arrive somewhere, immediately locate and memorize the possible exits. Scan all areas of visibility and look for any red flags. Work on your navigation skills. Always look for the best route when you're on the move. Rely on your GPS as little as possible by becoming very familiar with the areas that you spend a lot of time in. If you use public transportation, memorize as much of the system as you can. Number 3, act with confidence. The ninja train themselves to be confident and act without fear in all situations. Even when you don't feel particularly confident, stand up straight and try to channel the feeling of confidence. The mere act of trying can actually boost your confidence. Spend a little time each morning on your grooming ritual. This is a very simple way to feel more confident about yourself. Keep your body language positive. Stand upright. Keep your movements fluid and avoid crossing your arms. Number 4, learn to read people and interpret their body language. The ninja needed to be totally aware of their environment, and that included the people in it. They studied body language and psychological techniques so that they could interpret their interactions. Pay attention to other people's body language and learn to read their nonverbal cues. For example, when you scan a room, what postures are you seeing? How do they correlate with what you know about that person's personality? Note who meets your eyes easily and who has problems looking at you directly. People who are anxious or worried generally avoid meeting anyone's gaze. Keep your emotions in check. Number 5. Mental agility was something the ninja trained hard for, and this included making emotions secondary to logical thought. If you allow your emotions to take control in a stressful situation, things generally don't go well. Emotions cloud your judgment, preventing you from thinking clearly enough to get yourself out of a bad situation. Managing your emotions doesn't mean you have to become an emotionless robot. Instead, practice staying calm and keeping your wits about you in difficult situations. Okay, I'm going to cut this one off here and I'm going to continue the rest of the article in another video. Thanks for listening.